The best gaming laptops come in various sizes and shapes, for different needs and budgets. So while a tricked-out $5,000 plus model with the highest-end graphics and best display might give you the best gaming laptop experience, most of us can't afford a rig like that. Our picks here are often high-end models, but most come in various configurations at various price points. Thankfully, there are more gaming laptop options now than ever, from budget-friendly to desktop replacements. Some come with full-size NVIDIA GeForce RTX graphics cards. Of the dozens of gaming laptops we've tested this year, the ones that make this list always offer the most impressive balance of performance, portability, and price. Whether you're a student, professional, or gamer, first and foremost, there should be a laptop that's right for you here. Not only do we have our favorite gaming laptops, but also the best configs for each of our entries. Here we're rounding up all the best gaming laptops to suit any budget. Our recommendation number 1 is MSI GE76 Raider Series Gaming Laptop. If you're looking for a laptop with desktop-level power, the MSI GE76 Raider is about as close as you'll get, though you may also have to spend a ton of money to get there. Still, with its high-end components like the Intel Core i9 12,900 Hong Kong dollars and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti, we'd be remiss to point out that the Raider has a large RGB light bar on the front, which, when combined with per-key lighting, makes for quite an effect in the dark. The 17.3-inch 1080p display goes up to 360 Hz, which is great for esports players, but everyone else might want to consider a 1440p or 4K display, depending on available configurations. The biggest question for people looking for a gaming laptop with the latest and greatest is how the Intel Core i9 12900K and the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti work together. It's a potent combination, though if you have 11th gen Intel and last year's RTX 3080, the difference won't exactly be life-changing. The game ran around 130 frames per second at 1080p, the display's native resolution, but sometimes as high as 160 frames per second. When I moved to multiplayer, I switched the preset to low and pushed around 200 frames per second. With plenty of ports for peripherals and extra storage, plus a striking RGB light bar that you can turn off if it's not your jam, the Raider makes for a strong desktop replacement for those looking for something a bit more svelte and portable than a desktop. The MSI GE76 Raider combines the most powerful CPU and GPU options for impressive gaming performance, but the fans get noisy fighting to keep things cool. That's an awful lot to spend on a laptop, but it's also the best performer we've seen recently. Our recommendation number 2 is Razer Blade 15 Gaming Laptop. The latest spin of the Razer Blade 15 once again improves on one of the best premium gaming laptops ever made. It has the same gorgeous CNC milled aluminum chassis as its predecessor, only this time it can house one of NVIDIA's latest RTX 30 series GPUs and an Intel 12th Gen Core i9 CPU. We've played with the Razer Blade 15 Advanced with a 10th Gen Intel chip and RTX 3080 95W GPU inside it, and we fell in love all over again. We've also since then tried out the larger Razer Blade 17 with an RTX 3080 Ti humming away inside it, alongside one of those tasty 12th Gen chips, and still stand bewildered by what will fit inside such a compact and neat chassis. That said, you will get some throttling because of that slimline design, and even on the larger Blade 17 the battery life can be a little slim, but you're still getting outstanding performance from a beautiful machine. The Blade 15 isn't the lightest gaming laptop you can buy, but £5 is still way better than plenty of traditional gaming laptops, while also offering similar performance and specs. That heft helps make it feel solid too. It also means the Blade 15 travels well in your backpack. An excellent choice for the gamer on the go, or if you don't have the real estate for a full-blown gaming desktop and monitor. One of the best things about the Blade 15 is the number of configurations Razer offers. From the RTX 3060 Base Edition to the RTX 3080 Ti Advanced with a 144Hz 4K panel, there's something for almost everyone. It's one of the most beautiful gaming laptops around and still one of the most powerful. Whatever config you pick, we think the Razer Blade 15 is the best premium gaming laptop on the market right now. Our recommendation number 3 is Acer Nitro 5 series gaming laptop. Acer produces a wide array of Nitro gaming laptops, which generally trend toward affordable and mid-range options. The latest is this 17-inch AMD Ryzen 6000 base Nitro 5, listed at $1,499, but sold in the same configuration for $1,199 at Micro Center, at the time of writing. This model combines a capable RTX 3060 graphics processor and Ryzen 7 6800H processor with 1TB of storage and a 144Hz display, making for an effective big-screen gaming laptop at either price. Its hefty weight reduces the usefulness for traveling gamers, and the build isn't a standout, but it's a solid deal for a mid-range all-rounder, particularly if you can get one from Micro Center. We've seen many Nitro systems come through our testing benches, and this model shares the same general look as past editions. It does have some of its own flair, though, largely through the multi-color stripe design on the lid. Adding some color to the all-black chassis is a welcome touch, and it's a minimalist way to include some style. The laptop is large and heavy, limiting usefulness for most buyers seeking a portable option. But, if your priority is a big screen and decent performance without breaking the bank, this is a fair, full-featured deal. If you're not sold and would consider a smaller size, check out the MSI Cartana, our top pick for a great deal at 15 inches. This 17-inch Acer Nitro 5 model delivers a capable RTX 3060-backed gaming experience, achieving 60 frames per second plus AAA title performance at what stands for a reasonable price. Our recommendation number 4 is Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 gaming laptop. The new version of the Zephyrus G14 impresses us once again with its well-balanced spec and excellent gaming performance. Seriously, this thing shreds through frames up to its 120Hz refresh rate, and it's great for much more than gaming, too. We checked out the version with AMD's RX 6800S under the hood, though there is an option for an RX 6700S, for a chunk less cash. Arguably, that cheaper option sounds a bit better to us, as the high-end one can get a little pricey and close in on the expensive but excellent Razer Blade 14. It's not helped much by its 32GB of DDR5 4800 RAM in that regard, though we do love having all that speedy memory raring to go for whatever you can throw at it. That GPU and CPU combo makes quick work of our benchmarking suite, however, and I have to say I'm heartily impressed with the G14's gaming performance overall. That's even without turning to the more aggressive turbo preset. I tested everything with the standard performance mode. It's able to top the frame rate of RTX 3080 and RTX 3070 mobile chips pretty much across the board, and while it does slip below the RTX 3080 Ti in the Razer Blade 17, that's a much larger laptop with a much larger price tag. When it's running smoothly, the G14's high refresh and high resolution panel also looks fantastic. Being such a bright and colorful IPS display on this model, you really get to soak in every detail. The G14 has lost that quality of being surprisingly cheap for what you get, too, even if you do get stellar performance out of it. Overall, though, the G14 experience is a pretty easy and straightforward one. I didn't run into any major issues with it over the couple of weeks I've had it, and for the few negatives I have with the design, Asus has offset them with heaps of positives. The cheaper models may be a better bet than the one we reviewed, however. The same chassis and great design, but with a slightly more amicable price tag. Our recommendation number 5 is Acer Predator Alios 300 series gaming laptop. We loved Acer's Predator Alios 300 during the GTX 10 series era, and the current generation Alios still manages to punch above its weight class compared to other $1,500 laptops. It may not be the best gaming laptop, but it's one of the best value machines around. The newest version of the Alios packs an RTX 3060 GPU and a sleeker form factor without raising the price significantly. It also has a 144Hz screen and smaller bezels, putting it more in line with sleek thin and lights than its more bulky brethren of the previous generation. If you're desperate for just that little bit of extra gaming performance and hang the sense of it, or the sound and fury of it, the turbo button is Acer's one-touch GPU overclocking feature. The Predator laptops have this simple feature designed to eke out as much extra gaming performance as possible. It also makes your system run very hot and distractingly loud. Honestly, I really don't think it's worth it unless you're truly militant about maximizing your frames per second. Or have a really good noise-canceling gaming headset. But for its $1,500 sticker price, the 15-inch Predator Alios 300 provides high-end 1080p gaming performance at a mid-range price, even without the dubious utility of the turbo button. The design changes are small but smart, like the power cord in the back instead of the side, having room for 3 storage drives, and the price-performance ratio is great. And that all makes the Acer Predator Alios 300 a strong contender for one of the best gaming laptops around.